Today I thought I would go ahead and post a tutorial on how to play Chris Thile's Sweet Afton, which, if you don't know, is based off of an old Robert Burns poem. It's a Scottish poem. I'm not going to get into too much super basic mandolin. If you don't know the basics, you can always ask me, but I don't want this video to be too long, so I'll kind of go through each section slowly, but only once. If you get confused, you can always go back and rewatch it, and then I'll play the whole thing over again slowly at the end of the video. So, first off, I do have to say that there are technically two versions of this intro. On Nickel Creek's record, as best I can remember, the intro is simply a slide from your A string 4th fret up to the 7th fret. Alright? So on the record, it's going to go. But every time I've seen Chris Thile play it live, he does a little walk, which I prefer. So, what you're going to do is, on the A string, the song starts on your A string, you're going to go 2, 4, 6, and then strike the A and the E together while you're sliding to 7. So, that's going to be the first part. So you're going to go 2, 4, 6, 7, and that's going to be a 6 down to a 2 on your A string, okay? Alright, once you get down to that 2, you're going to do a small slide on your D string from 4 to 6 before hitting that 2 again. So don't bother taking your finger off of it. You'll go. Okay? So you get to that 2, hit an E string, then do your slide. Okay? And then just hit an open on that A string. So you're going to go open, 2, hammer to the 4, and then a 6 on your A string. Then that little chord with the 2nd fret A and the open E. Alright, so the first part so far. Alright. Now the next part's going to be a little tricky because you're going to do different fingerings than would normally be done. On a mandolin, the proper fingering is 1 finger every 2 frets. So your index finger would take care of 1 and 2, middle finger 2 and 3 and 4, ring finger 4 and 5, so on. Alright? Or 5 and 6 rather. Anyway, instead of using your middle finger for the 2nd fret here, what we're going to do is go from the 2 to 4, slide into a 6, but you're going to need your middle finger to make a chord right here. Okay? I don't know if you can see it too well, but go ahead and use your ring finger for that 4 right there. So you go, and then slap that ring finger down on the 6 on your G string. Okay, so. Alright, there's that little part. This section was the hardest for me to learn. It takes some getting used to. So I'll play that again slowly. Okay, this was the hardest part for me. Once you've done that little chord and wrung out all the strings, you're gonna hit it kind of aggressively and slide back down to the 4, then immediately let up to a 2 on the A string. Okay? And then 4 and 6 on the G. Okay? Never take that 2 off of the D string, because you'll need it. And then hammer down your 4. Okay? So you did your little. You keep your 2 down here. You're going to hammer a 4. Alright, so it's 2 to 4, open A, 4 on the G, and then your first chord which I'm going to call an E. I don't know if it's technically an E because mandolin chords are kind of hard to name. But the first chord of the song, which is going to end your intro, you're going to do a 4th fret G string, 2nd fret D string, 2nd fret A string, open E. Alright? And these 2nd fret strings here, if you can, just do it with one finger. It's less cramped, and you know, you don't have to get all of the strings to ring out. If you can only press maybe 1.5 of the course, it'll still ring through in the chord. Now individual notes maybe not sound too good, but like, it's not the best, but when you strike it, sounds like a nice chord. Alright, one more time I'm going to do the whole intro slowly, okay? And I'll turn like this so you can hopefully see my fingers a little bit, and hopefully I don't screw up because I don't usually play like this. So here we go, one more time through the intro slowly with the live version walk up, okay? And there's the intro to Sweet Afton. I will figure out the chord names later and do a second video on just the chords, which order they go in, and, you know, maybe a few tips if I think of some. So, if you like the song, good luck trying to learn it, and it's a fun one. You know, whenever I pick up a mandolin and I want to hear how it sounds on single note, slow melodies and chords, I like to play this song.